Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're doing a review of Persona 5 Tactica on Nintendo Switch. Now, I probably titled the video something like my first Persona game, or Persona 5 Tactica was my first Persona game, and I can see how that can be false in two ways, right? Some people might say that Persona 5 Tactica isn't an actual Persona game, a full game, it's a side thing, which makes sense. But also, some people might be like, it can't be your first one because you haven't played Persona 5 yet. And I haven't. So what do we do? Well, to be honest, I have played a Persona game before. I played Persona 4 Golden on the Vita, but I only played it for about a few hours. I didn't get too deep into it, maybe, I think to the point where you get to the first castle, which isn't too far at all. Persona 5 has been out for a while, and I've hesitated on getting it for a while because of all the hours that it requires to play. But I was on Twitter, not X, and Wario64 tweeted out that Persona 5 Tactica is only $20 on Amazon. So I was like, you know what? It's a nice spin-off game. It's not the same type of gameplay as the normal Persona games, so let me give it a shot. And I did. So like I mentioned, I don't really play Persona games. JRPG games for me are kind of hit or miss. It's weird, like when it comes to controlling little animals and making them fight and have moves, I'm cool with it. But when it comes to like controlling people, I don't know why, it's not fun for me. So it's like, again, I'll play Pokemon all day. But when it comes to Persona or Shin Megami Tensei, like I just don't get it. Or at least let me say I didn't get it. So I picked this game up for $20 on Amazon, and it is on Xbox Game Pass, which I do have, but I kind of needed a reason to get a Switch game because I kind of just stopped playing my Switch. I have the Steam Deck, I have the Miiu Mini, I have all these small consoles, and my Switch just is rotting there, right? It's just sitting there collecting dust. And I was like, you know what? Getting a physical game might actually put me to the point where I actually use my Switch again. I have the Switch OLED, the screen is beautiful, and I want to utilize that. So I did. I bought it, obviously. I did do some research, right? Like, I'm not dumb. Persona 5 has been out for a while, so I kind of know the story of it. These Persona games usually follow the same formula. They have the same gameplay, and because I played 4 Golden a little bit, I'm familiar with how things work, how Personas work and all that. It's just Pokemon, right? Don't get mad. What made me want to buy this game instead of playing Persona 5 first was two things. One, this is a tactical game, right? So it's like a tactical, I don't know how you describe it, like Final Fantasy Tactics, Metal Slug Tactics, it's not out yet. XCOM, that's the game I was thinking of. Like Fire Emblem type gameplay, I guess strategic gameplay, tactical RPG is what it's called. I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, but I like those type of games. You move units, it's not like a set battle where you just go taking turns, right? It has a little more of a strategic element to it, which I do like. Yeah, I saw the gameplay for this because I looked it up and I was like, okay, well, the story is brand new. You're using the same characters, the Phantom Thieves, that whole group, but the story within this game is original. So let me just hop in, and whatever I don't know, I can Google here and there, but for the most part, I've played maybe 5 or 6 hours of it, and I'm not really lost. The game does a really good job of explaining stuff, giving you backgrounds, giving you information that you can pick up on, and from there, you kind of just play the game. And the story is great, but the gameplay really carries it too, and it really keeps you interested. So like I mentioned, I really wanted to get a reason to play on the Switch because of the OLED screen. I have many different devices to play on, but the OLED screen really makes this game pop, and I really can't see myself playing this game on docked just because I want to take advantage of the screen itself. And I'm looking off camera, and what I'm really doing is just looking at the Switch. It just looks so crisp and so good. I look at this and I forget that the Switch is outdated hardware when we're talking about other consoles now. Compared to the Game Pass version, compared to the other versions on PC, I can't tell the difference. This is a cartoony type animation, and it holds up really well, and I have to give it to the screen. This screen puts it apart from other platforms I could have played it on. I'm one of those people who haven't played a Persona game before because of the dedication of time. It's weird that I say that because I'll put so many hours on one single game that's free to play, but when it comes to this game that's 150 hours of story, I'm like, too much. Tactica is at most, I think like 35 hours, and that's completing everything. I looked it up because I was like, let me know what I'm getting into. I think to complete the game is 24 hours-ish. So I was like, okay, low barrier of entry, I think I can do that. and so far I've been loving it. I actually don't want to put it down. So with that being said, if you're one of those people out there who are in my situation of, I don't want to dedicate the time to a JRPG, but I want to experience it. Again, the people who are Persona fans probably won't like that I'm saying this, but hop in here. It's not Strikers. Strikers is more of like a Dynasty Warriors type game, I think. This has some RPG elements in it, but the mechanics are different. The hours, which is my biggest hindrance, is also shorter. So when I looked into it, like I mentioned, the time required to beat it isn't much. So that kind of made me, okay, well, if it doesn't take me 150 hours to complete the story only, let me do the side quests, let me do this and that. That doesn't require me just to plow through everything. And I've been having fun. This game does a really good job at staying interesting. Nothing seems repetitive. You have difficulty levels, you have all that stuff to make it challenging if you want, but I just played on normal difficulty, and even to me on normal, the story mode, it's all right, right? In terms of difficulty, I can make it harder if I want, but I'm not that far yet, so I'm not going to. But there's a quest mode, and the quest mode throws different objectives at you, different challenges, and that really makes your brain think. Like, I just did a quest number 2 on here. I still can't get it. And I looked online and I saw how other people were saying to beat it, still can't get it. It's just things like that that's like, all right, I'm gonna get you one day. And I like games like that, games that make you think and make you really want to overcome the challenge. So if you're a fan of the tactical strategy type of format, I highly recommend this game. Now, the only downsides I can think at all is it's like 1.5. The loading times are a little bit long, and that might just be from me being spoiled from playing on current gen consoles and PC. PC depends on the RAM you have, but it's usually a few seconds. Xbox, same thing. The Switch, when you're transitioning between cutscene and going into a battle, it does take 10+ seconds. And it's really not a big deal, but you do notice it when you're used to such fast loading times. The other thing that's like a 0.5 complaint, downside, is that, I'm stuck on the Switch with this, right? I'm so used to buying a game on Steam or Epic or whatever, and then playing on the Steam Deck, playing on my laptop, having multiple ways to play it, whereas on the Switch, I'm only playing on the Switch. If I go on vacation, I gotta take that with me if I wanna play this. Not to include the fact that it's free on Game Pass, so I chose to buy it. I hope that was the right choice. I'm gonna show some gameplay as I talk, and I'll show some gameplay without me talking. The game is really, really fun, challenging, and it gives you everything you want. You have the persona portion of it where, you can have your personas, you can fuse them, you can apply them to different members. So that really adds its own, I don't want to say the word gimmick, but that's the gimmick of the tactic strategy game. It really keeps things interesting. I don't know, it's fun. In addition to that, there's some accessibility options where you can go ahead and redo a move if you messed up, or you can have the game auto pick upgrades if you don't want to decide. Like, if you want this to be a relaxing type of game, it can be that. If you want it to be a challenging game where you kind of put more mind into it, it can be that too. It really gives the gamer that opportunity to pick what they want and tweak it to their liking.
Now's the time. On set. Wipe them out.
Enemy fall! Let's see it again, Fox! Show your spirit! Oh, 4 enemies! Stand your ground!
Get ready.
Took out an enemy! All right!
Cut them down. Now it's my turn.
Those shots are right on target!
Wipe them out. Nothing but a stain upon my soul.
Yeah, just like that, Fox!
Now, punch quick.
You have nothing to feel bad about. I'm just glad that everyone's all right now. All the rest is in the past. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you've got my back. With that said, should address the elephant in the room.
Yeah, I can't stop bleeding. If someone loses over 50% of their blood, they're done for. I'm already at 30, 40%.
I know. But all you're doing is making a fuss.
Yeah. Ow. If you're going to offer...
One thing I wasn't prepared for was the voice acting. Like I said, Persona 4 Golden had pretty good voice acting from what I remember. Again, I played on the Vita a while ago. I'm actually going to replay it again. Whether I played on the Vita or on Game Pass, I'll decide later. But the voice acting in this game is really good. Like, they have full dialogue. I haven't played 5, so if it's in 5, I'm just repeating it. And to all you Persona fans who are like, oh, it was in 5, sorry. I don't know. I'll find out soon though, right? Yeah, the voice acting in this game is awesome. And I really think that voice acting, music is bomb. A lot of that stuff is slept on when it comes to games and people remember games, but I'm noticing it now and it really adds to the experience and it makes my enjoyment increase expeditiously, tremendously, a lot. Big fun. I'm not gonna ramble too much. Like this review, I haven't completed the game as of the time of this video recording or probably publishing, but I'm going to. I think I'm about a fourth through the way by the time this video goes out, if not further. Like I actually might just play this after I'm done recording for 6 hours straight because it's just so fun. And the fact that I'm playing it on a Switch instead of the Steam Deck, like the battery lasts way longer, which I'm not used to. I'm used to like being next to a wall outlet. I can like take this upstairs on the couch and chill for a while before I have to worry about plugging it in, which is also nice. But yeah, I'm curious as to what you guys think. I'm gonna probably make a video on this, but I really don't play my Switch anymore just because of Steam. The Steam ecosystem and the deck really work together well, and it kind of makes me want to not spend money on something that I can't access from multiple places. And that might be the cheapo in me, that might be the dork in me because I have so many devices. I really needed a reason to play my Switch again. And now that I pick it up and I'm playing it, I'm like, damn, this device is actually kind of nice. Like I forget that when a game comes out for the Switch, it really pulls you in and it makes you play for a long period of time. And now I'm kind of veering away from this game and going back to Switch talk, but this game did that for me and it's gonna do that for me. And I'm kind of thinking like, should I just start buying more games for the Switch so I play it more? I think I might. I don't know what games are coming out soon. In all honesty, I did buy this game mostly because it was $20 instead of the 60 or 50 it is. I think on the eShop, it's like $50. So to get it for 20 physical, and it comes with DLC as well, it's pretty cool. But I did redeem the DLC and it didn't pop up in the game. I don't know if that's just a me issue or I have to get far enough or what. I don't know. Persona 5 Tactica on the Switch, I highly recommend it if you're looking into it. I think it's well worth the money, depending on if you're a fan. I've seen that existing fans sometimes get burnt out on Persona. You have Persona 5, you have Persona 5 Royal, you have Persona 5 Strikers. There might be another one out there, but now Persona 5 Tactica. I guess I understand if you're seeing the same characters over and over and over again, but at the same time, they're changing the gameplay of it. So if they made, I'm gonna use a Metal Gear Solid reference. If they made a Metal Gear Solid for me that was different genres of gameplay, I wouldn't get burnt out just because I love the IP. I love the characters. So I guess real fans of Persona and Persona 5 won't get burnt out, but if you do, it's understandable, right? You're seeing the same people over and over again. So if you hate the people, like, all right, I don't want any more of it. If you like the Phantom Thieves, then this is right up your alley. And again, it's not a lot of hours to dedicate. It's really fun. And this is coming from someone who is not a stan. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would give this game a W, probably. That was my video on Persona 5 Tactica on the Nintendo Switch. I'm curious as to what you guys think. If you're a Persona fan, please cook me, right? I deserve it. I texted my friend saying, hey, I got 5 Tactica. He's like, you haven't even played 5 yet. You can't do that. And I'm like, I'm an adult. I did it, whoops, and I like it. So I plan to play 5. Just haven't yet. If you guys have any opinions on this game, on the franchise, on the way I pursued the way I did trying to play this, let me know down below. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you want to see more videos in the future, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next one. Okay, thanks, bye.